Hey everybody, it's Miss T from the Children's Library of the Plainfield Public Library. Thank you for joining another special STEM project. Now, today we're going to build a bridge and we're going to talk about featured woman of achievement, Emily Roebling. Now, first, to build a bridge, you need some cardboard pieces, such as these slices right here. So you can make them. I have some long pieces and I have some short pieces. You can also use cups. We have some cups here. Have a couple of those. Or you can use something like craft or toilet paper rolls. So these guys right here, we have that. Okay. And what's a bridge without travelers? So I have some small ones. These little guys right here. Hey. And these bigger guys right here. Okay. So what do we do about building a bridge, and why and who is Emily Roebling? Well, Emily Roebling became an engineer kind of by accident. So you may ask, well, how does somebody become an engineer by accident? Good question. Emily Roebling was married to Washington Roebling, and this is their picture right here. So this is Emily here, and also here, and this is Washington, her husband. Washington Roebling, and by just as a point of interest, he was a soldier of the Civil War. So they met after the Civil War. He was actually an engineer, and he became the chief engineer of a well-known bridge known as the Brooklyn Bridge as it is today. Construction of the bridge meant being underwater a lot. So just like many others, Washington, because of his work, he became very, very sick. So while he had to stay in bed to get well, Emily stepped in to take his place. Now, backing up a little bit, Emily Roebling had traveled with Washington, her husband, to learn modern ways of how to build bridges. She was familiar with something called a caisson. Now, a caisson is a big box, very big box, and it looks like a little garage, a little house, a little clubhouse or something like that. So they made these big caissons, and it made it possible for crews to work deep down in the river. Now, Emily knew how to handle, she knew about caissons, and she also knew how to handle things like letters of instruction. She knew how to write and interpret construction reports. So while her husband was sick, she helped him to write, and she helped him to explain all of this to his fellow workers. But let me see. But when it came to talking about certain details with other engineers, and she became nervous and she became confused, because this was not her first line of, this wasn't her career. She, like I said, she traveled. She knew the very, very basics of her husband's work, but she didn't know the details and how to communicate. So it made her very nervous. So instead of giving up, what do you think she did? No, she didn't go home. Instead, Emily started to read and study everything she could find about bridge engineering. And the more she learned, the clearer the workings of the bridge became for her. each part and how to keep the bridge from falling all began to make sense for her. So that was good. So in, it's just like anything. How do you feel when you learn a new subject? Do you feel kind of confused? And if somebody asks you a question, you feel a little nervous because you're not sure? Well, that was Emily Roebling in spades, though, because we're talking about a bridge here. We're talking about a bridge with, that's supposed to hold people and at that time, horse and carriage, and then later on, early automobiles. So she was very nervous, and putting up a bridge for people to use is a big responsibility. However, Emily was in charge for more than 10 years. And sometimes her husband worried what would happen if it was discovered that he was very sick and a woman was in charge of the project. Yes, because at that time, women in charge of anything was suspect. So he was very upset about this, but Emily was very aware of this too. So she knew that she had to prepare herself to answer any and all questions, no matter who it came from. So if it came from the steel mill and the mill had to use or had to make cable and had questions about the cable, she was prepared to answer those questions. Or if it came from the public, like I said before, people were wondering about this bridge. It looked pretty new to their eyes. It was very new. And they wondered if the bridge would be so unsteady that it would break and cause people to drown in the river. So all of those were real concerns. But Emily rose to the challenge. In fact, once the bridge was done, she herself made the very first trip across, and with her, she had a rooster. And that rooster is a symbol, or was a symbol, of victory. And nothing happened to her, so she made it safely across. Now, there was a very big party when the bridge opened up on May 24th, 1883. And there was music, there was fireworks, and guess what? That bridge is standing to this very day. Now, the Roeblings, after the bridge was open, and after a time of staying or living near the bridge, they eventually came back home. And guess what? Their home state is or was New Jersey. So they came back to Trenton to live in Trenton, New Jersey. Washington, he got better, and Emily earned a law degree. So she was so confident with her engineering skills, she said, why should I stop there? So she went back to school, and she earned a law degree. And in time, and this is very, very important, Emily Roebling succeeded in a time when having a woman on a construction site was unheard of. Emily Roebling proved, though, that she could learn, she could create, and she could handle the work as well as any man. Okay, so that's a little bit about Emily Roebling. And this is a picture of the Brooklyn Bridge. This is how it looks today. And if you haven't seen it in person, or if you have you ever walked across? Have you ever seen it up close? Well, you can check it out online, or if you're so lucky to be in New York or near the bridge, think of Emily Roebling and think of all the work that had to go into, and the knowledge that had to go into making something stand for now almost 100 years. Okay? Much of my information came from this book, Secret Engineer: How Emily Roebling Built the Brooklyn Bridge, written by Rachel Dougherty. And if you want to build your own bridge, of course you can go online and get ideas, or you can get a book such as this one, Building Strong Bridges. And this is by Marnie Ventura. Now, I'm going to put this here, take the paper out. All right, so now, did you start working on your bridge? How's it coming out? Do you have anybody traveling on it so far? Okay, I'm going to just lay it down. But now I'm going to go back to my bridge and show you like some of my ideas, okay? So I found this idea. You can use, well, pretty much to make a bridge, you can use anything. Popsicle sticks, the big ones or the small ones. You can use wooden blocks, anything you have on hand. So just for our bridge project today, I'm just going to use these two. Now you can simply, I have a long piece of cardboard, so you can simply place that on top, okay? Or if you want to take a pair of scissors and very carefully cut each side of your craft or toilet paper roll, you can do that. And then take your cardboard, you put it in one side, and you're going to do it the same for the other. And guess what? You have a bridge. Now, you may have to play with it. Now, I'm going to have to straighten this out. But you have a bridge. And so you have travelers, hey, that can test your bridge out for you. So let's see. Can I put my travelers on? Will the bridge hold up? Oh man, oh, construction duct. Let's see, will it hold everybody? It did. How about your bridge? Well, that's okay. If you have to rearrange what you're using, that's fine. And this is the whole point. You want to experiment. So I'm going to take our cups. I got 3 right here. And please, oops, my cups fell. But before you use cups or anything, please get your permission from your parents. If you need help, ask an older sibling, caregiver, or babysitter, because while we appreciate you love science, we value your safety even more, okay? So I'm going to take these 3 guys right here, and I'll spread it, space them out, and we have a real simple bridge right here. And I'm going to now travel with the little guys. Let's see if they all fit. See if the bridge will hold everybody. Oh, look at that. And let's see if they can get across. Let's see. And so you can make it as long as you want, or if you want to make different, or arrange them in a shape, maybe a square bridge or a circle, anything like that, by all means, be creative and experiment, okay? Hey, the bridges of tomorrow are in the minds of today. Do you have that? Do you have a bridge in mind? Well, go ahead and be like Emily Roebling and build it. Alright? So this is Miss T from the Children's Library of the Plainfield Public Library. Please stop in. We have all kinds of resources for research, or if you just want a good read, what better place than your local library like us, alright? Take care, guys. Be safe. And until we meet again, so long for now.